Hey everyone, welcome back to Background Buzz Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Black Mirror Season 4, Episode 1, USS Callister.
The Space Fleet never turns its back on those who need our help.
3 cheers for Captain Daly. Hip hip, hooray! Hooray!
So listen, what do you think of USS Callister?
I really like USS Callister. I think it's one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely up there for me as well.
Yeah. So my overall thoughts of this episode, I thought it was great. I thought the production value in this episode was really good. Like it really displayed just how much budget they're getting, either from Netflix or wherever.
It's that Netflix money. Because if you watch season 1 of Black Mirror, they all have these British accents. It's definitely like this. This is like this small British show that.
No, but Black Mirror sticks true to their roots. Like they'll throw in a couple of British people, in there, just to make sure.
They call them
this is still Black Mirror. Yeah.
You ever saying they didn't sell out?
They didn't sell out.
That's
not
good.
yet. What'd you think of this episode?
I loved it actually.
Yeah.
I love the sort of like the Star Trek-y is vibe. I mean, I was never like a really big Star Trek guy, but I just like love that whole vibe to it. And I think that's what's so cool about Black Mirror is it would be the same show, but every episode could be so different in tone. Yeah. I think this episode was so much like about fantasy and being into like this fantasy world.
Yeah,
and which was different, but I dug it.
Me too. I like the video game aspect of it.
Yeah,
like the future of gaming. Like, what's that going to look like? I mean, even now people start talking about virtual reality, and Black Mirror has kind of played around with that idea, but this one really showed you like what can happen. Not only how it will look like, but how it can affect your personality, right?
Yeah. And
even now, like people are trolls online, so you can totally see.
I like the end where the gamer guys like get out of my solar system or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool.
But yeah, so
you mind if I go into like a brief description of
I was gonna say you should break down what the episode was about.
Yeah, so the episode, I think it begins. Well, it stars Jesse Plemons, who's from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
who kind of plays the same guy. Who knows? This might be a shared universe. But he's sort of this nerdy, kind of quiet, neat, kind of pushover like a
video
coder. He's a video game developer.
Yeah.
And him and this other guy, played by Jimmy Simpson, the guy who was I know him from Sunny in Philadelphia. He also starred in House of Cards as the hacker.
Yeah, the hacker.
And I guess both of them started this company called Callister, and they created this game called Infinity. Now they're co-owners of this company. But obviously, Jimmy Simpson, he plays James. He's an asshole.
But he's like the CEO, so he's the guy on the top.
They're both. Don't they they're both. Oh, he's CTO.
Yeah. So one is definitely above the other.
Yeah, clearly, and it kind of portrays like we're gonna follow this guy called James Daly, the nerdy scientist. And at the beginning, you feel really bad for him because he obviously all his coworkers don't respect him.
He's a
pushover. But before we get that, what do you think of the way the episode began?
Like the intro?
Yeah, it felt like this old school, like Star Trek.
I thought it was cool because you don't even know what's going on, and like you're like, who are these people? Why are they in this world? But this is fun.
Yeah, I thought it was fun,
and it was so cheesy, but in like a good way.
It was cheesy, and even at the end when he kisses those two ladies, and like everyone's like hip hip hooray or something like he's a jolly good fellow. Yeah. In that moment, I thought like something's weird here, like something's odd, and then it cuts into like reality, like that grim, dark world of Black Mirror, and that's where we see.
But that guy is really weird because he's like making everyone act in that cheesy way. I feel like he's like has a weird idea of what like this video game should be, especially and like I don't want to jump too far, but later on you find out that no one in his world have like any genitals, so it's like. He created this world that's like wholesome and just that's so weird.
Mike Pence would love that. I feel like that.
Genital-free world.
Genital-free world, but not to get political here, but it's so he's this pushover, James Daly, whatever, and I think what happens so we see this character played by Christine Milioti. I think
that's the girl that they hire.
I only know her as the mom from How I Met Your Mother, but I thought she was great there, and she plays like this new intern, the new hire, right?
Yeah,
a new hire. She's a coder. She comes in. The dude, I feel like the nerd guy feels like some sort of attraction to her.
No, well, she comes up to him and like said like, "Oh, I really admire your work." Like
she's fangirling
because she from the outside, she didn't know that he's like a pushover in this company.
Mm-hmm.
And like she really admires his work, and like I guess he's not used to like someone in his company actually respecting him. Yeah. But then another one of the workers talks to her and was like, "Hey, he's
that happens later on.
He's a pushover. Don't respect him."
But even before that, like in that scene when they're first meeting one another, James, the CEO comes in and kind of like alpha males him.
Yeah, he alpha males him. Yeah.
Like he sits on his desk. He kind of pets him on his head.
Yeah, he makes it known that like he's just the main guy, and then he takes her out, takes her for a tour.
The tour, and we've all gotten those tours.
You know what I thought was so shitty about that? I was like, you're the CEO, you own the company, you have everything. Just let this guy have this one thing.
I know, he created it. And what happens next in the episode? I think they meet, right? And he goes back home and he plays his game again.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's a scene where he takes out all his rage on the virtual James.
Yeah.
Like he makes him pretty much his bitch. Like he like puts his feet on him, he like chokes him.
Yeah.
Takes out all his rage on him.
And I think that's everyone in that world he puts there because they wronged him in some way.
I know. And then there's that funny scene where everyone. Well, that's later on where they explain why they're there. Yeah. Some of the reasons are so stupid.
Like the intern gave him a wrong sandwich or something like that.
That is frustrating, though. That is frustrating. And then I think just to move it ahead, eventually this guy he feels some sort of resentment against his hot, attractive.
Well, that's why he feels the resentment because the other lady
overheard
the conversation of her telling the new girl not to respect him, and then she sort of like just doesn't show him like the same admiration that she used to. Like he comes to his office, but like she's really weird and quiet around him, leave.
Yeah.
And then he gets upset. Then he takes her DNA and puts her in the world.
So and we find out that the way it was a nice little. For me, that's a nice little reveal. That's how I thought they were just like video game characters.
Yeah.
But in reality, what we find out is that he creates a digital clone of real people, puts them in the game.
That apparently takes like 20 hours.
He's got. Did you check out his living space?
Yeah.
It was really fucking cool.
But you would think maybe he needs a better processor on his computer. Why they taking so long?
I mean, he's creating a digital clone. A digital clone. It takes me 6 hours to get like a Lord of the Rings trilogy or something. He's creating another virtual human being. And yeah, what I really liked about that aspect was this idea of like, it would be like you and I being in a pod, falling asleep, waking up in a crazy virtual world. It would be like a seamless experience.
Yeah.
Like it would feel like you were real and then you're in this.
But they're not real.
But you're not. There was like a split, and where your real version is over here, and then you have this virtual side of you.
So and then once he finally gets the new girl. What's her name?
The actor or the character, Nanette Cole.
Nanette. Once they get Nanette into the new world, everyone has been there for a while, maybe months, maybe years.
Yeah.
But so they've all been broken. She's sort of like this hardcore, like stubborn. She's not gonna get broken by this guy. And he tries to make her remove the mouth and nose from her face, so she can't breathe. He's struggling. But even after that, she doesn't get into him. So like she plots like a whole idea.
She does initially though. That's why like she was scared at first. She's like, I'm gonna listen to him. But then after he leaves, she's like, fuck this. I'm gonna
get out. Yeah,
get out of here. I will say, I mean, are we going to have a negative section, or do you want to just talk negatives as we go on?
We can talk negative, yeah.
Because I didn't like how she figured it out so quickly.
Yeah.
She did that classic bullshit, like, I'm going to go on a computer.
I love how the guy was like,
you
can't hack it, it's impossible. She goes, I never tried. She just immediately does it.
Come on.
You don't like that?
I liked it. I thought it was a little cheesy. It was a little too on the nose, but I was like, all right, fine. And even on top of that...
No, she's a better coder than this guy, right?
Yeah, but...
Understandable.
Is this coding? Thing, got it. Is that how coding works?
I never took a coding class, but I'd imagine that's how it works.
Okay.
You just do this.
Wow, I should become a coder.
Who knew that?
Who knew? But yeah, so she codes it, she breaks it. What does she? Oh, she contacts herself.
Yeah,
she sends like a SOS basically, like, hey, help us out. We're stuck in this game.
No, and I think the main plot was to blackmail herself into helping them.
That happens later on.
That happened later on.
Yeah, when they first they try the SOS.
Yeah.
And then the real version of her goes up to the mirror guy James and
and shows them that.
And he's like, hey, what do you know about this? And he's like, I don't know. It must be like some spammer or some whatever. It's junk mail. And then he returns to the game
and takes it out of the
you know, they refer to him as the asshole guy, and you know he's wrathful and he takes it out. He's gonna take it out on Annette Cole, but I think the girl, what's her name? I forgot, but she steps in for her.
Steps in.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he turns into a monster.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, even before that, we see them go on a few adventures, right? They go on that adventure to fight that like really cheesy like villain, and then you see that the giant spider monster.
I like how even the spider and the villain are all those people.
Yeah,
and they're all just playing along.
I will say this is one of my positives of the show. I thought this episode was really funny.
It's
I
funny.
thought it was funny. I thought it was really funny.
And at least positive for me is that it really delves into like the psyche of this guy that like the whole world of people that like despise him and he knows they despise him, all playing along for his amusement, and he finds that enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like how the fuck is that enjoyable? Because obviously you're gonna win at every quest. Like, what's the challenge? What's the fun in there? Like, at least I play video games for like to overcome an obstacle and then feel some sort of satisfaction there. But if he controlled everyone in that world, where's the fun there?
Yeah, and it shows how fucked up he is,
right.
And I think that was the Black Mirror reveal swift shift where you start feeling sad, you feel bad for this guy.
Yeah,
you're like, oh man, like this guy's obviously getting bullied, pushed over. But then you realize he's
an asshole.
He's not. Yeah, he's like psychotic. He like treats people like shit, but virtually.
So then that doesn't work. The next plan is to blackmail Nanette because she knows she has like this new.
Oh, that was funny too.
That was, but I love how they're going to the picture. They're like, which one should we use? And he's like, I think the last day will work.
The last night will work. Oh God! Can we stop? Really, dude? You haven't seen nakedness in how knows how long, and suddenly you're weirded out by that? No, forget you. What's his name? I don't know his name. I don't care for it.
So the Nanette sneaks in real life to his apartment.
Before that though, I did like the line, and that's why I thought this episode was really funny, was because it made a lot of pop culture references. The whole thing was sort of like a parody of Star Trek. Right?
Yeah.
Like there were moments where the actors kind of like overacted the gun, like shing, like it was very cheesy and it was meant to be cheesy. But when when he's on the phone speaking with the real Nanette, he's like, I'm gonna release this to your friends and family and Pornhub.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, Pornhub is now in Black Mirror.
Shout out to Pornhub.
Shout out to Porn. You don't know X Hamster's not there.
X-Video's not there.
Red 2. They did not make the cut. Pornhub is officially a legitimate source of pornography.
You think they paid for that?
No. I think some of the writers.
You think Charlie Brooke in the fan?
I think
Charlie, if you're watching right now, if you're a fan.
Charlie, bro, I wonder what his 10 categories are.
Definitely Asian.
Yeah. We're gonna edit that out. All right, so what? Oh, you come up with this scheme. This is the final third act scheme, right?
Yeah.
And what happened in scheme? Like,
I think so.
There was a lot. It was like there was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. She tried to like sneak into the main dude's apartment.
Yeah.
And
she orders a pizza,
which spoiler, which like a Easter egg, and that's the same pizza company from Crocodile.
Yeah.
Which we have a video about that going up. Probably before this, maybe after this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's already
probably after it.
Yeah.
It's first episode. Yeah.
And so she ordered the pizza as a distraction, and then swaps out the cookie that he uses to get back into the game to buy them more time. Then they somehow use that time to like.
She also takes away the DNA.
Oh, she takes the DNA. That's going to stop him from keep doing it in the future. And then all that time that he spent like talking to the pizza guy, like switching out the little thing in his head. They used that to try to get a head start to fly out of this game through a wormhole that I think was like oddly explained, like an update. Somehow they get the I don't know how the science behind that works. But.
Yeah, it's the show begins with them. I guess the company's working towards a new updated patch of the game, and his game exists like what they call like a bubble universe, right? Like his mod exists outside of the actual mainstream game of Infinity, but. The way I understood it was like this patch connected them both for some reason. At least for
that's how it was like make a call or something.
what I really liked about that whole thing that was going on was like it was really, really actiony. Like it felt like a movie.
Yeah.
Like we were in a final third act of a movie. There's a climax, and they're going through the asteroid belt and all that. Oh, we didn't even speak about how she distracted him in a virtual game. She got all flirty, and naked. I'm sure Ted wouldn't appreciate that.
Another thing I didn't like about this, I didn't like the ending. How he gets stuck in the world too. I feel like that wasn't properly explained, and it seems like very, very convenient.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, like that seems very dangerous too. If the technology has a potential of, if there's an updated patch and you're playing the game,
and also like because he's stuck in the game, which is fine. Like in the real world, he's still in his seat. So wouldn't someone like find him and be like, "Hey, like just unplug the thing and be okay"? Like, wouldn't someone like find him in the real world? Like, oh, this guy's stuck in the game.
Did he die?
No, I think he was just stuck, right?
He was just like stuck right there in that state.
And it's like,
they would definitely look for him. I mean, if 2 days go by, they're definitely looking for him.
And then someone goes to his apartment and they're okay, well, here he is.
I thought he died. I interpreted that as he died. Like or at least like there was some brain damage done where he was like,
he'll be alive, but it's not living.
Like a vegetable, yeah.
then this game is very dangerous.
Well, at least, at least how he was doing it, like he had his own special modded version of the game, and I guess you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. Because
as soon as the mainstream Infinity game detected this like rogue, strange mod, it just decided to destroy it.
Sure. So, yeah, this episode was funny. I like that. Some things weren't explained that well, but that's fine. I really like Nanette's character a lot.
Yeah, she was good. She was really good. I thought a lot of them were good.
Yeah.
I thought the guy who played Robert Daly, he played 3 different guys. He played the nerd, then he played the not 3 different guys, but I mean like his character evolved throughout the episode. Like he was like this nerdy, neat guy in the real world, and then he was like the hero. Like I'm the hero, like confident. And then at the end with his hair all frazzled, and he's like going through the spaceship, like this. He just became like kind of like this mad, crazy guy, and like I thought he did very well. He was a good actor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah. Overall, I do like this episode.
It was really good. I would say. I mean, we're gonna do a video on our rankings of Black Mirror, so I'm not gonna spoil it. But I will say this is definitely one of my top episodes for the season. I loved it. Overall positives. I mean, we pretty much went over the positives. And the only thing I would say negative is like I expected a bleaker ending. I thought this is one of the more positive endings that we've seen in the podcast.
I was going to talk to you about that. Do you think this is a positive ending because those characters are still stuck in that world? Yeah, they have like an unlimited amount of like planets to go to, but I feel like knowing that I'm just a clone of my actual self, I'd rather just be dead and just like get it over with.
It felt happy.
Yeah.
It felt happy, and the way the episode portrayed like them, all taking their place in the spaceship, and they looked happy as they were assuming their new role.
But imagine
it made me feel like they were happy.
You were gonna like be in this Star Trek like weird game. Maybe that'd be cool for like a day, a month. But like after like 20 years,
see, I dream of that every day. I hope every day I wake up opening my eyes, hoping that my life would be anything else other than what it is. So maybe I would
Star Trek.
Yeah, maybe Star Trek, Star Wars.
Also, I wondered at the end where that gamer guy is like yelling at them as he's about to like blow them up.
Yeah.
Do you think that if he actually blew them up, they would just die and that'll be it?
I think they would die.
So they gotta play this game very carefully.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this episode. What about you, Steve?
I liked it a lot.
Me too, I liked it. I love this episode. Good start to season 4, I would say.
I agree.
Yeah.
Guys, let us know what you think of USS Callister in the comments below. Let us know what you liked it, what you didn't like about it. Check out all of our other review videos where we talk about all the episodes in season 4, and we're gonna have a ranking video for all the episodes.
Yeah, guys. So please check out our Instagram. We'll have the @s mentioned somewhere around here. Check out our other videos, and please, we really need a lot of subscriptions and likes and comments, and please let us know, give us feedback on how to improve our videos, or what you liked about our videos, and what should we keep and take out, all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's our review of USS Callister. Thank you guys for joining, and continue the buzz. My name is Wilson.
Steve.
All right, later, guys.
Thanks for coming.